Hello everyone and welcome back to TGR, that's Gaming Robo. How everyone, we have got a nice little treat for you today during these lockdown times. We are doing 30 years, that's right, 30 years into the future with Football Manager 2020. Now I started off with a small number because I thought, well, hopefully, there wouldn't be that much of a change with the Football Manager series, and basically just seeing whether or not, if there is anything there that would be able to show that there is something to look forward to in the future. Already, I can see straight away available jobs: Man United and Chelsea, and look good for them, does it? If we will crack on, let's go straight to the English Premier League. Let's not waste any. Oh, hello. So, as you can see here, Liverpool won that 2019-2020 season, which is what it looks like it's going to happen, of course, within the next two games for Liverpool. So then afterwards, it was Man City. United managing to get that illustrious title in 26-27. Liverpool gaining it back 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons. Arsenal winning it again. Man United. So from what it looks like, it's been Man City, Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal. So only 4 teams. What is the encouraging thing? So, looking at the runners-up, Watford has managed to break the mould of the top 4, which is amazing to see. If you look at third place, it's the generic sort of team. So it looks like that it's the typical teams that's still fighting for the title. As you can see here, some new elements within the Premier League. Got Brentford, Cardiff City, Stoke back up there. Okay, fair enough. There's only a couple of teams, but still, those couple of teams make all of the difference, where you can see something new rather than the generic teams that are always in there. Now the Championship, let's see who's won it over those past years. So Newcastle's won it, Norwich City, Palace, Newcastle. Newcastle seem to have been relegated a few times, as you can see. That does look like the norm. So whoever gets relegated from the English Premier League, they seem to be coming back to the Premier League near enough within a year or two's time. What about League One? Let's see. Past winners: Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham, Huddersfield, Sunderland. Wednesday got it back. Portsmouth, Luton, Portsmouth again. Millwall, Reading. Okay. So it does look like it's still the regular teams that are winning the League One. Is there any noticeable teams in here at the moment in time? Sheffield Wednesday, they're back in there. Plymouth Argyle. Yeah, I don't like Plymouth Argyle. I'm sorry for any Plymouth Argyle fans out there. I'm a Torquay United fan. I'm very sorry about that. Hull down here, but Eastleigh seems to be the most notable team in League One, in my own personal opinion, because obviously they would have had to climb up a few divisions to get there, you see. Starting off in 29-30 season in the Vanarama South League, and obviously gaining promotion in the 26-37 league season, then they got promoted again the season after, and finishing 5th the season after that. So it shows that they are a formidable team in League 2, and obviously they managed to get promotion last season from League 2 into League 1. Wish Torquay United could do the same thing, but that's never going to happen, not even on bloody Football Manager. Okay, League 2. So Burton, Bristol Rovers, Lincoln, Oldham, Plymouth Argyle, Exeter City. Okay, so it doesn't look like any other team sort of made the mould. Obviously, flashing your eyes type thing. Wigan's down in League Two. That's surprising to see. Solihull Moors. Sorry, they're in League Two. They've gone up a couple of divisions. Yeah, I mean they're and Chester. They're another team. I only know these teams because Torquay United play them. You see. All right, Vanarama National League. Already, I can see this fate has already been stamped for my team, Torquay United. So South Shields, they're up there. Northampton, they've come down a long way. Hartlepool, they're still in this. Hartford, Dulwich Hamlet, they've gone up a fair few divisions. And Ricky. Wigan's won the. I should have looked at this first. Look at that. Leyton Orient, Aldershot, Leyton Orient, York, Wrexham, Yeovil. Yeovil's back down there again. Burton again. Plymouth, Wigan. Yes, I mean, it shows that there has been a few teams down here. I have to see whether or not. Oh, Bashford, -10 already. I have to see whether or not if I can find Torquay United in the Vanarama South League, and as well if there are any other notable teams down here. Stockport, they're down here. That's a notable team because they were once a league team. Hereford, the same. FC United, they're up here. South League, here we go. Torquay United. So we're amongst the other Mickey Mouse teams that no one's probably heard of apart from Dagenham and Redbridge, probably. I mean, Torquay United, look at that. Beautiful home badge there. Still got a capacity of 6,200. Okay, so, I mean, we've looked at the English Premier League all the way down to the bottom here. Let's have a look at the English FA Cup. Already I can see who the holders are. Has the mould been broken? So you've got Liverpool, City, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, United. Safely, you could be safe in saying that the top 6 have been winning the FA Cup year in, year out. I mean, if we look at the runners-up, that's more interesting. You've got Bournemouth in 2022-23, and again 27-28. Norwich City in 33-34, West Ham the year after, and Bournemouth again the year after that. Everton a couple of times, Palace again, Cardiff, and Villa. So I mean, the teams are trying to break that mould. It's going to happen sooner rather than later. All right, so the Carabao Cup. So Liverpool and Arsenal, Leicester City, they broke the mould in the Carabao Cup. Everton, Norwich City, Watford, Everton again, Cardiff, West Ham. So there are teams. I mean, Bristol City, runners up in the season that's just finished, and Brighton. So it shows that the teams are starting to break this mould. It's going to happen very, very, very soon. I mean, if we can go to the other leagues, I mean, we've got the German league. So if I just type in Bayern Munich in Bundesliga, so it's been all Bayern and Borussia Dortmund, but Bayern Munich hasn't won the title for the past 3 seasons, though. So it is good to see that that Bayern Munich isn't dominating the German league. I mean, you've got Bayer Leverkusen that's breaking into the top 2, as well as Hertha Berlin, and Hoffenheim as well. So there are teams out there. They're starting to break the German mould. It is nice to see. Let's have a look at Monaco. I can't even type, can I? AS Monaco in their league. Is it what we all think? Well, PSG lost the title once, and that was in 2040-41 season. Apart from that, PSG has been winning that title every single season. But I mean, you look at runners-up: Lyon, Monaco, Reims, Nantes, Havre. and Marseille. So yeah, they're breaking in. They are breaking in. We'll go into the Spanish division. Is it going to be? Oh, I can see some in here. Okay, so it's Barca, Real, Atletico Madrid, and Sevilla. They're the teams that's been winning the Spanish leagues at the moment. I mean, it's good to see because generically you're always going to think Barcelona is going to be the top because when you think one of the best teams in the world, it's Barcelona. I mean, you can throw your Uniteds or Cities or especially Liverpool for their glorious history, or Bayern Munich or Juventus, but you think Barcelona as the main heavyweight of football. They always attract the right players. Who's managing them now? Donny van der Beek managing Barcelona. Okay, so why don't we go into the Italian league? If I go Inter, I should have typed Zebra, really, that would have been funny to try and type in. Okay, so when it started, so Juventus, Napoli, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Lazio broke into it as well. So, I mean, it does show that Juventus aren't the formidable team in this league, which is really good to see because genuinely you do think that Juventus are going to be walking that league every single time. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into England and I am going to, if it wants to load up anytime soon, there we go. History competitions. Why don't we go into the European International League? So as you can see, so obviously first off, it started with Portugal winning in 2019. Obviously that's marked as the actual occurrence. But I mean, you've got France, Germany, England winning it in 2025 against Italy. Third place being Germany, and hosts were France. 2021, England is the host nations for this, and apparently the final venue was the American Express Community Stadium, Brighton. See, we hosted it again in 29, and Southampton was the final venue. But we came third place in 27, as well as 39. Second place in 47, but we did win it again in 2033 when France held it. So both times that France, I say both times, France has held it in 41, 43 and 45. We didn't win it then. Okay, so why don't we have a look at Euros? Euro Championship. Wow. So with obviously what's happening at the moment with COVID-19, obviously the Euros competition has been postponed till 2021. Apparently France and Spain are the two finalists, and France overcome Spain. We had Italy in 24, Portugal again in 28, Denmark 2036. We lost to France in 2032. So we are still looking for that European Championship title. It is not happening just yet on this game. And France going in runners-up for the past 3 tournaments in a row. Well, we've seen the Euros. It's time to see the World Cup. And I can already see a second year. And I can see the emblem for the World Cup. So why don't we screw 22, 26, 30, 34, 38. Let's go right into 2042. It was held in Germany. Russia comes third. Holland runners up. And the winners of the 2042 World Cup is England. It finally comes home. Nearly we last won it in 66, so you're looking at 84 years of hurt from the last World Cup. Finally win it in 2042. I mean, who is the England manager now? John Sims. Okay, generic name, isn't it, really? Look at the major clubs here. I'll just notice Chelsea's not in there. It's Watford. That's remarkable to see. We've seen all the tournaments. I need to see these transfers because oh no, did I say I've gone about this the wrong way? Oh, I'll do it like this, have I? You're having a Jimmy Giraffe, aren't you? Whilst I am trying to go through to, well, in fact, let's not take Mick. Let's just go right to the end. Let's go to the highest fee. 39.5, 88 million, 140. There's got to be an easier way rather than doing it month by month. Surely there is. Is there not an easier way? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. I'll have to go that way. No, I don't think there is. I mean, unless I just go into the teams itself. Let's just see. If I go Man United, history, transfers history. Right, so if I go into not landmarks, records. Okay, so we'll do it with certain teams. We'll look at it as certain teams. So the highest transfer fee paid by Manchester United in 2037, £126 million for this guy right here. Doesn't look that bad for a centre defender, even at the age of 34. Let's be honest. And he was born in 2015. My God, my daughter was born in 2016 and 2017. So that's even hard to imagine. Okay, so let's have a look at Norwich, 87 million. Highest fee they've ever received is 110. What was Man U's? 87 million is the highest they've ever received. Paul Pogba never got to that amount. They paid 49 million South Sheffield United for Alain Saint-Maximin in 2026, and it's not been touched since. Brendan McCormick for Southampton. Virgil van Dijk is still their highest fee. Tottenham, £105 million, and obviously their highest fee they've ever received was selling Manchester United defender. Watford, £119 million, and the highest they received is £124 million. I mean, if we look, I mean, even West Ham made nearly 79 million. Liverpool. What about Arsenal? 120 million, 102 million they received. Bournemouth, 82 million from Juventus. Brentford, 36 million. Only 42. Cardiff, 42. Chelsea, 156 million pounds. And they received 119 million. Bloody hell. Crystal Palace even paid 93 million. Everton, 88 million. Leicester, 58 million. Liverpool, 150 million, and they received 142. Man City, come on, 174 million pounds. We're going straight over to Barcelona. Looking at their records. 149 million euros they had spent, and 218 million euros they had received, which of course was Neymar going to Paris Saint-Germain. Let's have a look at Real Madrid. Looking at their history right here. 146 million euros, obviously 126. They paid for a Man City player, but the highest fee they had ever received was £106 million for this guy right here, who is now a director of football. Let's go to PSG. PSG surely eclipsed any of these guys. Obviously, Neymar still there, and £156 million they received for their player going off to Chelsea. Now, I want to look at a couple of other things as well. I mean, you look at, for example, Chelsea. You know that they are managerless at the moment. I mean, who's the Arsenal manager? Tyler Adams. Never heard of the guy, but I know he is not a regen. Obviously, we know Chelsea. I don't understand why I clicked on Chelsea. Regen, Everton, Leicester, Loriente. Marcus Loriente is a manager for Leicester. Liverpool, Hans Wolf. City, Matty Taylor. I know Man United are managerless. Tottenham, Desco. Oh, why didn't I just click on this? It's going to be so much easier for me then, isn't it? What about Barcelona? Who's their manager? Donny van de Beek. We know that already. Seville. Regen. Real Madrid. Alvaro Morata, the Real Madrid manager. He's a regen there. Let's go into the Bundesliga. Who's the manager of Dortmund? Weston McKennie. What about Bayern Munich? Milinkovic-Savic. He's the manager for Bayern Munich. What about in the Italian league? Sorry, I am looking at the main teams. I do apologise for this. If anyone does want to see, the other teams, or a specific team, then please obviously let me know. So when we do the next video, I would be more than happy to go more involved with your selected team. That's not an issue whatsoever. So Daley Blind is the manager of Inter Milan, Lazio. Stefan Sessignon. I don't know why I stuttered to try and say his name then. Kolarov is the manager of AC Milan. Who's the manager of Napoli? No one. Parma. No one. Roma. Yeah, they're a big team, aren't they? No one. What about Juve? No one listed there as well. Okay, and finally, let's look at the French league. I was going to say Paris' league, but you might as well call it the Paris' league because they're the only team that's winning the stupid league at the moment, aren't they? David Ancelotti. One can only guess that David Ancelotti happened to be any form of relation. Yes, of course, he is a relation to Carlo Ancelotti, the son of Carlo Ancelotti. May I add. Okay, well, I mean, the only other thing I do want to look at as well, guys, is quite simple. It is going to be the European Champions League as well as the Euro Cup. So as you can see, going back to when we started, Inter Milan won it in 2019-2020 with Tottenham being in the final. Lyon, Tottenham winning it then. Inter, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man U, Arsenal, Tottenham. A massive English winning streak there. And it goes to Portugal and Germany then. mean, who's the most notable team apart from Benfica in my eyes? I mean, Hertha Berlin won it twice. Watford in the final twice and losing. That's a shame. All right, let's go to it. European Champions League. Start from the season when it started here. Chelsea beating Barcelona in the final, and of course Liverpool doing it again. Look at that. I mean, you've got teams like Barcelona winning it for a couple of seasons, then City beating Barcelona in the final. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They hit the final. Barcelona in the final. 1, 2, 7, 8. 8 years in a row, Barcelona were in the final. And within those 8, they'd only won it 3 times. They lost in the final 5 years in a row to City, United, and Chelsea. But then they did beat Man United the year after in the final. So then you've got Chelsea, United, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barca, City, United, Arsenal, Atletico, and it's the Manchester Red and Blue, and as well as Barcelona. They're finishing it off, Tottenham twice and AC Milan. Okay, guys, so as you can see, it has been quite, in some cases, certain clubs seem to be still at the pecking order of Football Manager. But in other cases, there has been other teams like Watford breaking into the top 6 as major clubs in England, as well as obviously hitting the finals a few times as well. The main focus point, the main talking point is that England did win the World Cup once again. And I will repeat, even though John Sims' job is insecure, he did, maybe not him, but England did win it back in 2042. Do we have to wait another 22 years for England to not have any more hurt in a major cup tournament? Hopefully not. Hopefully in 2021 we will end our no European Championship. Hopefully we will be able to win it. But we will find out obviously next summer when we do play the Euros 2021. But apart from that, guys, thank you very much for giving me your time with this video here today. If you do like the video, please smash a like on it. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that notification bell. Apart from that, that is all from myself. That's TGR. That's Game and Robo saying thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.